go. App State versus UNC Charlotte. Yeah, we was there. Yeah, it was lit. Yo, we was walking in. UNC Charlotte fans was going crazy. Now, for the people that's not in the state of North Carolina, that is like a rivalry game. App State, last couple of seasons haven't been themselves, kind of been down, but they got a new coach that came from South Carolina. So it was the first game, so we wanted to see what he was going to be like, what his coaching style was like, how he was going to do. He might have got fired after the first game if he didn't do well, because you got to beat UNC Charlotte, right? That's, a rivalry game within state. That's a big deal. Then you got UNC Charlotte. The hype was big. They did better recruiting this year, had better players. They're starting to get some stability in their team, in their program. What was going to happen? UNC Charlotte was talking crazy. They said this year's the year. They said they had some transfers and they was ready. So everyone was on edge. Walking into the stadium, UNC Charlotte fans going crazy, saying, who wears yellow? That was wild. A lot of app people. We showed up deep. We was in the Carolina Panthers Stadium. We packed it out. Crazy. A lot of people. Great game, right? Great game. Packed out all the bottom level. Real crazy. Going in the atmosphere. You got UNC Charlotte people screaming their chant. You got App State screaming App State. It's going crazy in there. First quarter, 3-0. After the first quarter, I ain't gonna lie, just a little bit, 5% of me was like, we might be in trouble. Not because we wasn't good enough, not because they were just so much better than us, but we just really wasn't doing nothing. 3-0. And because it's 3-0 at the end of the first quarter, UNC Charlotte fans are going crazy. They are going crazy. And then, boom, App State, we get a big old play. I'm going to show you at the end. We get a big old bomb, 40-yard bomb. Receivers catches the ball, doesn't see the corner on the other side, and right when he was crossing the touchdown, hits the ball out his hand. Touchback. What UNC Charlotte do? They go crazy after that. Now, what App State coach do? Call a timeout. Y'all come here. Y'all come here. Y'all know if you ever played sports with that timeout mean everybody get a good, y'all come close. Give everybody a good cuss out. It's time to get it together. What y'all got going on? I seen the whole team over there. Y'all come here. What we not gonna do, App State from that point on, we finished the game 33-3. We finished the game 33-3. We put belt to ass when it came to UNC Charlotte. I'm not going to lie. You going to see the clips. We went crazy. Now, let me talk about pros from both teams and cons for both teams. Pros of UNC Charlotte. They're solid. They're getting better. You can tell. You can tell if they get a couple more, transfer picks, couple more offensive defensive linemen, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. They get a little bit more skilled players, they're going to be a problem. Defensively, they got to get bigger. That's just the truth. They're a little small defensively. UNC Charlotte got to get bigger. But are they going to give teams trouble this year? They will. They will. There's going to be no easy games when teams play them. They are coming to play. I like what they were doing. They even found a lot of rhythm throughout the game against us. It was just little things. You can tell they got a lot of freshmen and sophomores on their team. They don't have a lot of veterans. But you can tell the next couple of years they keep building, they're going to be dangerous. App State, offense started off struggling. Not going to lie, offense started off struggling. But our quarterback, man, he has an arm. Now, did he overthrow a lot of passes in the beginning? He did. But big, strong arm. You suspect him to overthrow some, especially that first game, nervous, anxiety. We in the NFL stadium, you expect that. So he did have some overthrows, but great precision. Nice big arm. He can do it, right? Our running game, running back like that. Receivers, I got to see more. Now, I'm going to be honest. Offensively, I think we had 300 and some yards. I'm going to be honest. I ain't see it. So that tells me that they didn't even have a good offensive showing. They went crazy. We had 33 points. Don't get it twisted. The receivers did their thing towards the third and fourth quarter. Everything was starting to click. Running backs were going off, all of that. But what I foresee is they're going to get stronger as the time goes. They will. They will get stronger as the time goes. But that 300 yards they put up against UNC Charlotte, it didn't feel like they put up 300 yards, which is scary. If they get their offense together, they're going to be a problem. Their quarterback is good. Receivers is good. Let's talk about the defense. App State defense is like that. I don't care what the offense was doing throughout the game when they were struggling, having dry spots. The defense is like that. I'm going to tell you, if I had to say which side is better, the defense or the offense is definitely the defense. They defensive line is like that. They corners are like that. Man, it was a couple plays where the corners and DBs were breaking it up. But if they would have just turned their head around just for a split second, pick six. Great defense. I'm going to be honest, man. This defense is the best defense I've seen in a while from App State. We held it down. Defense is flawless. Now let's talk about App State coach. New coach from South Carolina. His play caller, and I'm assuming he's the offensive play caller. I don't know that to be fact, so don't quote me there. But him as the head coach and the offensive play caller that I seen, great. You can't really predict what he's going to do. I like that. He mixed up the offensive really well. Now, it's only one game, right? So we'll see. It's only one game. I love his play caller. I think the only thing that they have to really figure out is an identity. We haven't figured it out. You got so many new players. The offense is new. Coach is new. So you haven't really figured out what the offense is going to totally look like. Are we going to be a run team? Are we going to be a quick pass team? We got a lot of quick pass players. Are we going to be big, playing the slants? Are we going to be a slug it out? Are we going to be put high speed, put up a lot of points? You know, we haven't really determined yet. So if you ask me, are they a high flying, passing team, or if they're a running team, I can't tell you that. What I can tell you though is I like the coach's play calling. I don't know if he's calling the plays, but if he is, or whoever is the offensive play caller, they did an amazing job. They was. Now defensively, we were excellent. My only complaint is I don't think we blitzed. I don't think we really blitzed like that. The defensive coach, he was not calling no blitz. And I guess he said, for what? Our defensive line is getting in there. But I would love to see some blitzing, though. I would love to see some different concepts in defense, because this defense can do it. You can get a little bit more technical and complicated with the defenses. You can disguise stuff with this defense. This defense can do that. They stayed in basic sets the whole game. But this defense, you can do something with. So the end of the game, App State, UNC Charlotte, all the UNC Charlotte fans left early. That's what y'all get for talking junk. Shout out to App State. Obviously, it's love for UNC Charlotte. Obviously, I went to App State, so that's who we riding with. But, it was a great game. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Guess what? I know you've seen all the posts going between App State, UNC Charlotte, and it's just quite not like App State. Make sure y'all hit that comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You're living with D-League. Peace.
with you. All them family functions I be missing, well, my mama raised me different. Really think I'm about to come around you sneak dissing? Even on your last breath, I won't keep the engine. They gon' say I'm hard head,